Welcome all you fine folks to Nexus versus Gamerzone. This is ESL Southeast Europe Championship Season 10. I'm Extremes. With me, as always, is the inimitable Hayes.
Well, Mike, I'm gonna sell myself short down the river here. I'm actually not even sure what that stands for. So you could have just tuned my ancestors. You could have paid me the biggest compliment. I don't know, and we're gonna continue.
You don't know what that word means?
What can you say it again for me?
Inimitable.
Inimitable. No, I can't say that I do.
Impossible to imitate.
Oh, okay. I like that.
The-
I feel like now that you've said that, I should have known that. If I saw it on paper, maybe I would have been able to, but I don't know. Anyway, Nexus versus Gamerzone. Into the match we go here. What a fantastic game this is. Gamerzone desperately need the 2-0 here tonight if they're going to be standing any chance of making playoffs. We're starting to get into the really serious zone now in the competition, in the group stage. You can go have a look at the rankings at pro.eslgaming.com. And just check out the CS stuff there. Blue Jays at the top of the table at the moment. They're looking really good. And we've got the second team on the table in the way of Nexus here. And they're going to be looking to continue to build on their good start here in the competition.
Absolutely. And time check 144. That's where we're at as
Perfect.
PTN.
Good. I like it.
PTN pointing his gun at the direction of Arby's face. He was caught with a smoke in the hand, Matt.
Yeah, you get that audio cue now when the pin is pulled. Ragga trying to do some damage through the smoke. Gamerzone not committing to this, even though they've lost the players coming through ramp. Ian drops the bomb carrier and he drops Corey as well. Absolutely dialed in there, and we know how dangerous IM can be. Every single one of these individuals on the side of Nexus have got explosive potential, and we're going to be looking for the individuals on Gamerzone to match that. The likes of Torzi, the likes of Corey, do these guys have what it takes? We've seen them be a bit inconsistent over the last few days, Mike.
Yeah, we have. We even saw Crazy Deer like top fragging one map as well. I mean, they do have the individuals. It's just they seldom seem to put it together. You know, you need more than one guy popping all.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that nade's going to do a little bit of damage. Zelo, though, flashed, still gets the kills.
By himself, he's got a big job to do. He's going to find 2 frags. Gamerzone may be able to get a plant here, and that's the goal. Although IM wants to get the job done by himself. That's going to be an AUG as well. Ragga going to be committing. He only has the P2K in hand, but that's all he needs. Corey coming around the corner. Low HP Zoots here. My word, Mike. If he could land the instant headshot with the scout, he wins the round. But BTN playing it very safely right now. He's got control of the bomb, but there's just so much time left on the clock. But Corey never anticipates BTN to be in this corner. But that was a huge amount of damage. Gamerzone barely invested into the round. They went for the full save, and they take down 4 Nexus players.
Yeah, Nexus just getting way too overzealous there in the retake attempt. That jump through the window from IM.
Yeah,
I almost don't blame him, considering how easy his, I think it was a triple kill in the pistol round actually was. I mean, he was just popping heads instantly. Clearly feeling it, but maybe a little bit too early to be that confident. These guys are pretty good on Mirage at Gamerzone.
Yeah, it's a bit of a flash from Season 9 and Season 8, what we were used to seeing from Nexus in those days, that outright aggression. Corey, he finds 2 frags in middle, and he's going to continue to push on you. Eventually, he will go down, though. He had taken a lot of damage in finding those 2 frags. That even things out now at 2 versus 2. Weaponry does favor the Hungarians here. They've got 3 good rifles, whereas the CTs have got 1 scout, 1 SMG, and 1 rifle, but IM puts that rifle to fantastic use up close. Able to take down Torzi in the process. We have got Eric, who's lurked out of ramp undetected, but he gives his position away and he's not able to find a frag in the process. So that's unfortunate. Normally you want to snap up a frag before you give away your position, but it doesn't really turn into much because he's still able to find IM 2 versus 2.
Zoot's still full HP, and that's what Ragga's going to be looking to. He actually goes for the peek here. Zoots gets the kill, but of course Ragga's going to go down with that HP unless he finds an instant headshot. Now 1v1 as the bomb's down. 30 HP on RB. He knows exactly where Zoots is. Zoots might get caught off by this. This is actually quite a fiendish position out of RB.
Zoots not, as you said, at all aware where RB is right now, as he just calculatedly makes his way forward, clearing the angles one by one. I don't even think that he was really checking that one. It was sort of a fadeaway shot.
Yeah, Zoots, I mean, treating the AK like it's an MP9. That's what he got his first kill with before he upgraded, and they're just running along. I think he was very much helped by the fact that RB was on 30 HP. Otherwise, I think that one goes very south. Nexus again dodging a bullet. 2 rounds that are very close there. Gamerzone still able to buy because of that bomb plant. So they're still in this game, man.
Yeah, they certainly are, and this is a good opportunity for them to bite back. The economy on Nexus is incredibly low. If they're able to win this round, they're straight back into this game. And they're going to be looking for some early B aggression here, potentially, for the 4 players postured towards this side of the map.
Do you think maybe one of their players needed to take the L in this round and just pick up an SMG or something so they had a bit more nades? Because they are going to be hurting a little bit for that. They'll get the smokes down, but they're lacking in flashes, and post-plant they'll have nothing.
And they've actually used it all to try and fake out B, Mike.
Oh.
And they haven't even really found much off the back of it. They've got 1 smoke remaining. Eric, off the back of the commotion, has been able to get himself through middle, and he still goes down. Raga finds a frag as well, and it's falling apart right now for Gamerzone. The players they've actually gotten themselves into decent positions, but they haven't been able to capitalize on those positions, and that's what matters the most, right?
Yeah, absolutely what matters. Zello's on a pretty, got a lot of information there, but it's not going to help Raga, unfortunately. He gets rounded on. This is still doable. As I was saying that, though, well...
Oh, he doesn't commit to the plant. If he had committed, he would have got the plant guarantee. He's still going to be able to find the plant share, at least taking a lot of damage through the box. Surely there's no way RB wins this, and he does go down to BTN Nexus, weathering the storm, Mike. They're going to win their 4th consecutive round, and that was quite an impressive one from them as well. There were just so many different things that could have gone wrong for Nexus in that round, and they just managed to deal with all those threats individually.
Yeah, quite right. That was pretty impressive out of them. I mean, they were fairly straight up duels they were taking, and I got to question Gamerzone's decision to have so little utility and then to use it all on a fake towards B. The problem with A site is there's just so many angles to deal with.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible to get a hold on A site without some utility. I mean, maybe you can rush out a ramp and kill one guy, but you're not going to take the whole bomb site and hold it off without anything.
Yeah, and to not even commit off the back of it as well is questionable. Anyway, into the next round we go. It's going to be a 3rd consecutive buy round for Gamerzone, even though they've lost all 3 of the rounds. Just the fact that they've got the bomb plants, they've got that round loss bonus behind them now as well, has enabled them. And this might catch Nexus off guard. They may be anticipating the save. It's going to be the full A exit here. All 5 players are going to be committing to the push. There are 3 Nexus players in the vicinity, though, to try and defend the bomb site. Lots of util damage has been done. BTN finds one before it goes down as well. But Corey and Torzi chime in between the 2 of them. They're able to pick up 2 frags. The dust settles. There's 3 players left on each team, though. Make that 2. 1 minute 5 left on the clock here, and both of these Nexus players are going to be grouping up on CT. I love this. When the CTs decide to work together, though, he's been dispatched of. Now, that leaves Zoots in the 1 versus 2. He's going to be getting a lot of information that there's no follow-up from Gamerzone after getting that frag. They're not just pushing their way onto the A bomb site. So he's aware of the potential wrap back.
You can see him frantically checking around, just making sure they're not faking him out. And of course, his thinking is right. You've got to make sure that they don't come through mid, but the problem is that the gamble will be wrong ultimately by the look of it. They're just making a beeline for that B bomb site.
And now it's a 1 versus 2 retake on the B bomb site without any information. That's really, really tough pushing into the AK. So many different off angles, especially considering he's not even that close. He's going to take quite a bit of time to get in a position to make it happen. Unfortunate for Zoots. He went for the gamble, hoping it would be A. It's not. I think he's going to be going for this, or maybe not. Maybe just looking for an exit. I don't know. His team doesn't have any money, so this will be the lone weapon that they have. And you can realize he's not even going to be. He's not even a chance this one, Mike.
Yeah, it's been that whole economic battering they've been suffering round after round at the hands of Gamerzone. I mean, Gamerzone took 2 rounds extremely close to winning. It was 1v1s in both of those rounds. So that's just kept the Nexus economy under control there. And the first sign of stress there, Nexus actually have to tap out because it's just the economic pressure is too great.
That it is, and congrats to Gamerzone for not tapping out, sticking to it. They knew that they were just 1 round win away from getting straight back into the game, considering the economic situation. And we're going to see the force buy here from Nexus off the back of that SG. Zello's got an M4, a scout on Raga, and then it's the SMG and the pistol to round out the buy. So it's decent for Nexus, but definitely inferior in comparison.
Yeah, definitely inferior in comparison, that's for sure. interesting that this is actually Nexus's pick. I mean, from what we've seen of Gamerzone, this is probably their best map. Nexus actually just straight up picks it in some.
Yeah, that's true, right? Nexus love this map as well, and Gamerzone, they're going to be turning up the pace, pushing into the A bomb side. Zelo, though, destroys Corey. He finds Torsi as well, and he gets Eric, making the multi-kill a reality. And he had to do it. He was one of the players who had a rifle. One of the two, Zoots, the other man with the rifle, he found the other frag. So those two players taking the responsibility on their own shoulders. Ballsy of Nexus as well to commit those players to the B bomb side. Generally, you want to split your rifles, but they were so certain on that B exec.
Yeah, great call from them. Good read from BTN, I got to assume, the in-game leader there. Unless somebody did an Alex, you know. I mean, anyway, 4-1 is going to definitely be 5-1, yeah, and upgraded rifles potentially all round as well. Just handing them out like candy at the moment, Matt.
Yeah, what a response from Nexus after losing the previous round, coming straight back into this one and dealing a killing blow over at that B bomb site. Shutting that execute down with aplomb.
Yes, and that doesn't stand for poor little old me. It literally means, well, with ease.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to be heading into Train next, which is a map that Nexus really like as well. So that's quite an even map pool for both of these teams. We saw Gamerzone play on Train earlier on the season. They picked it against Agility and they lost in overtime 22-19. And that really set the tone for Gamerzone's season, I feel like. That 2-0 loss to Agility, who were probably considered to be the weakest team heading into the competition. Gamerzone just came off the back of that win against MIBR on the one map in the BO3 series. And then they lost 2-0, and ever since then, they haven't really been able to get into shape.
Yeah, we haven't really seen too much out of them, you know, compared to what we were expecting. But
exactly,
I guess with the SAR gone, in-game leader gone, best fragger gone as well, that could be a thing. Ooh, some damage being dealt. Torsi gets the kill on BTN. I was actually going to say in the previous round, it was real impressive how Nexus weren't actually hunting the players because the economy was low. That was quite cool to see, because I was expecting them to try and take down that last lone Gamerzone player.
Yeah, that certainly was some good control on display. RB controlling his weapon there to find a second frag for his team in the round. And that gives them a two-man advantage now. Zelo negating that with the frag of his own. And he's not settling for the one.
Yep. Actually under some pressure, yeah. I think he could have gotten taken down. Zelo goes down on the other side of the map. As you said, he was getting aggressive. IM is going to have to do a ton.
They both find a frag each, and those are the two players who are putting pressure through middle. All of a sudden, the round has been completely opened up right now, and I am realizing he's not wasting any time.
Run.
He's immediately making his way across to shut down this potential play, but Gamerzone changed things up slightly. Torsi, he's got the orb to work with. RB's got the SG. No utility between the two of them, and no money in the bank for either of the players. So this is an all-in for Gamerzone right now. They need to make this happen. And look at how passive Zoots is being in CT right now. Sitting so far back, committing to the retake on the A bomb site, making sure that it's going to be a 2 versus 2 once that bomb does go down.
Very smart out of him, and they've also got a ton of utility. They've got a kit on Zoots' back, so
yeah,
this is worth playing the retake. Yeah, 10 seconds to go. I'm assuming they're going to have to get the bomb down any second. Zoots actually gets the kill.
Yeah, RB got a bit far forward. They're looking for some information. It cost him his life. Now that's Torsi left in the 1 versus 2. He's going to slowly make his way back towards jungle, not giving away any sound cues. Both of the CTs are coming from CT, so this could work out for the Orpa right now. He's going to find the first. He knows the positioning of the second as well. Zoots has got the kit to work with. He's going to just straight up drop a molly. He gets legged by Torsi though. Torsi can't commit. He doesn't have the health to push through the molly, and Zoots is going to get the defuse. Great decision-making from him, realizing there's not enough health on Torsi, not enough time for him to get around in time, and committing to that defuse straight away.
Beautiful play out of him there. Torsi's going to be kicking himself, though, that he only got the leg and didn't get the full shot. I mean, he had enough time to get the shot off, but just so unfortunate for him there. But, hey, some great heads-up play out of Nexus. Great late-round calls there to split up in the way they did, to play as passively as they did, and play for that retake, and it does benefit them in the end.
Yeah, it certainly does. Nexus have been winning the 50-50 rounds so far in this game, Mike. The economy is still broken though, so if they lose this round, they're not out of the muddy waters just yet. Not out of the woods per se. Crazy Deer going to be able to find 2 frags in middle. Zello with balls of steel just swings into the action, takes down a player and gets himself out of dodge.
A lot of
Let's
damage
not
being
forget-
done.
Yep. Crazy Deer. He gets his 3rd frag in the round. You just can't stop this man right now. Zello, the impactful player for Nexus as well. So much going on in this round right now, and Gamerzone realizing that both of these Nexus players are towards the A bomb site, so they just immediately depart.
Got to say, if you look at Gamerzone's the tempo that they play at, they play really fast. I mean, you don't see them running down the clock at all. It's all generally within the first few seconds of the round that the action's happening. In the last round, yeah,
Yeah.
it went late because it was a clutch, but
Yeah.
if not for that, it probably would have been all over in less than a minute as well. We see the bomb go down now. Oh, Crazy Deer gets that kill, and that makes it pretty
Wow.
much impossible for Zello now.
He started the round with 1 frag, Mike. And he's going to end the round with 6 because he aces.
What? No way.
He just got a 600% increase on his frag count in 1 round.
I want
Literally
a
the most you
600%
could-
increase on my salary, man.
Yeah, me too. That sounds good, right?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Jeez. What a turnaround. Maybe that's the confidence boost he needed, Mike.
Absolutely,
62.
Matto.
No money here for Nexus. They're going for the Force.
So, Matt, I got a question for you. If I start calling you
it.
Matto, will people think that we're Australian?
No, because I don't think many people from this region watch Australian rugby.
Ah, that's a shame.
So I think we're good.
Whew,
Zello. Oh. Yeah, this buy from Nexus is potent. It does have high damage potential. Arby though, getting off to a good start, coming off on the top of that duel against Raga. He is fairly low though, only 9 points of ult to his name, and information is being found with IM, who's pushed through Palace, but BTN's been spotted out. Crazy Deer with good attention to detail, checking all his corners. And this is how you deal with these sort of force buys. You don't give them early fights. You just hold back, you wait. You know that there has to be some sort of aggression. You can't win a round like this as the CTs by playing a default.
Okay,
Oh,
Zello.
shot.
You just always expect it. I mean, you expect him to
Yeah.
lose hell and fury from the Deagle, and he usually does. Problems there was just too many targets for poor old Zello there.
Yeah, I think that's why we both went silent for a second.
Yeah, just waiting for it. We know it's
both
coming.
playing witness to his greatness.
Mad Max Fury Road, Witness. Did you watch it?
No, haven't seen Mad
Oh,
Max.
man.
Haven't even seen Mad Max. Can you believe it?
Wow. Okay.
That's quite sad.
You're gonna have to come over on the weekend and watch the movies, dude. Cause
I think we're gonna have to actually dedicate a few weekends at this point, Mike.
you are so behind in the pop
I don't-
culture references.
I'm not sure if one's gonna be enough at this point.
Well,
Oh,
one
gosh.
is enough for Gamerzone's course so far. Brings them to half the score. Next is going to be 6-3, and it just shows you in Counter Strike how important it is to maintain your economy as CTs. Because
Yes.
I mean, they got 6 rounds, and that all looks great, but again, the economy's been broken a couple times, yeah, and now they're going to have to save. And from what could have been very easily 6-0, we're looking at a much closer game. If Gamerzone can get another 3 rounds, they'll actually feel pretty good about their half, considering the way it started.
Yes. Let's not forget that this is Nexus's map pick, but as you mentioned a bit earlier on, this is the map in which Gamerzone have probably looked the best on. So certainly a battle between 2 teams who really fancy their chances on this map, which is always what you want, right? You always want to see 2 teams on a map they're comfortable on. Right now,
What?
Gamerzone not looking very comfortable in the round, Mike. These pistols are actually causing a bit of havoc. Seems like we are going to be having a calm brought back to the situation. Though Zoot has an AK. Nice shot on the angle onto RB. He doesn't have armor to work with, and he's just going to straight up charge through the smoke. They are going to buy in the next round, so he was just trying to get anything or something done in that round. Next map is Train, though, and Nexus have played Mirage and Train quite a few times. They've played Train already twice in the season. They beat Agility, they lost to Dawn of Stars, and they've played Mirage 3 times before this, and they have won it 2 of those 3 times against Skate and Agility. So yeah, they've got a pretty good track record on both maps.
Well, that's heartening, I guess, for fans of theirs.
Yeah.
Let's see if Nexus can find anything to take heart in this round. We got a trade going on. Zella, I almost feel like he's going to run through the smoke, and he does.
Absolutely.
Of course he
but
does.
the trade is there. And RB goes one further by taking down BT and elsewhere. Well, that was in connector. So all of a sudden, GameZone have got a one-man advantage. And this was the buy round for Nexus, Mike. They had the save in the previous. Now they had the weapons to work with. They go to contest middle. They look for some early fights. And they come off second best.
They do, and I get their impulse to do it. Just you can see why they lack utility, so they know they can't really play for a retake. So it's, or not easily anyway. So it's maybe worth trying to get yourself in an early advantage. But again, if you lose that early battle, then it's always going to be a case of just chasing the round, and that's what Nexus are at now. 2v3.
Exactly.
Still doable for them, but it's going to require a little bit of luck, I'd say, or some prodigious display of righteous skill, man.
Oh, man. And this is the fake over at the A bomb side. Even though Eric goes down, he's done his job. He's pulled that B player out of the side. Zoots considering his options, but he's given up all the control. And the AWPer on the angle now. Torzi, although Zoots is able to jump forward, he's going to catch RB off guard as well. Zoots just needs to stay alive now. Needs to buy some time. Torzi's going to look to take the fight. Zoots is giving him the fight, and Zoots will go down. Completely unnecessary, leaving IM in the 1v1. Torzi misses the flick, Mike. And IM wins the clutch. How do GamerZone drop the ball in that round? They had so many advantages in their favor.
Well, that's where I look at it and go, well, I did say Nexus probably needs some kind of miracle, and well, in that space, I mean, I don't know how Torzi doesn't actually find that last kill. I mean, he even had options on the first player, so, I mean...
How much money did Nexus throw into the wishing well, man?
Quite a bit, I'd say. The wishing well's slightly clogged, needs a plumber at this point.
Yeah, that miracle was probably a heavy expense, man. Let's see, GamerZone, they're going to try and get aggressive into the A bomb side off the back of that. They still have some money in the reserves, but not too much. BTN is waiting patiently. The patience might cost him his life. He decides to get aggressive. 1-for-1 trade is actually acceptable in the situation, especially because Raga and IEM elsewhere are able to find a frag apiece, and there's no response there. And the aggression continues here from Nexus. They don't want to allow GamerZone control or space, and they are going to completely shut them out of the bomb side. What an aggressive defense from Nexus.
Yeah, super aggressive out of them. Suddenly they just kick on the afterburners, 8-4 here. And that was, well, GamerZone just running into a literal stop sign. I feel bad for Torzi though. I mean, he's missed a few shots in the last couple of rounds. Could have maybe made a difference. Has been probably their best player all season.
He has been, but I feel like in their game against Fate in the previous match day, he also had a bit of an off day.
Can't afford that. There's a kill for the AK, and there is a gun actually recovered. Corey gets a double, in fact.
Yeah.
Very fast again.
Well, oh, Corey finally going down to the AWP of Raga. And IM restores calm by taking down Torzi. Zoot's ever aware of the possibility for that B aggression, and he's absolutely correct. Eric with the Desert Eagle. He could find the pick here. He gives himself some space to work with. But he's just not connecting on the shots, unfortunately. 9-4 is the scoreline, and how different this half could be if GamerZone just won 1 or 2 rounds. I know that it sounds quite obvious, but just the way that the economy has been for Nexus throughout is just... It could have been the scores reversed at one point if they'd won those early 1v1s.
Even then, I mean, there was an opportunity at round 10 when the score was 6-4. Nexus's economy fully bottomed out. GamerZone could have potentially even taken the lead away there, but not able to convert, and it's just a half of some missed opportunities for them. Still possible to get the 9-6, I think, which would still make them pleased considering the way the half started, but there's so many opportunities here for them to actually do a lot better. Zella on a pretty interesting little off angle there. It's very seldom you see people boost up with an AWP on that side. Yeah,
and it yields him a frag as well, so mission successful. But he still has a job to do here as there is aggression coming towards this B bomb side. Zoots on an off angle, finds one. Zello chimes in with one of his own, and the players are crumbling for GamerZone, being picked off left, right, and center. RB's been able to get onto the site, but he doesn't have the bomb in his back. The rotations have come through as well. Both of the AWPers are on the sites, and Nexus are starting to demonstrate exactly why they were so comfortable picking this map.
Yeah, Nexus have been pretty vulnerable on this map in the last couple seasons, despite their general supremacy on, and it's just been because they they used to take fights they shouldn't. Yeah, it's been a little bit better. 14 kills on Zello, 14 on IM, 13 on Zoots. only Corey up there, actually top fragging the whole server, 15 on the other side. Nobody else really coming to the party for Gamerzone.
Yeah. Gamerzone need this round quite desperately. In a half where they've looked pretty good throughout, an 11-4 scoreline wouldn't really do them justice, and it's looking like that's going to be the case here, as both IM and Zello have already found some early frags, taking away that middle control, and IM is ready for that lowers aggression. Eric pushes as soon as the molly extinguishes, and that's when IM is ready for him. And it just seems like Gamerzone have ran out of pace, Mike. The fuel is empty. They were being so aggressive, and since that aggression's been shut down, they just haven't seemed to really have a follow-up.
Yeah, if you want to play at a high pace, there's very few teams in ESL Southeast Europe Championship that can actually stay with the pace of Nexus. So if you're going to play that sort of style, you're going to have to keep up quite a tempo to actually keep them out of the game. Nexus, pull back strongly in the second part of the first half. And look at that, only BTN, the in-game leader, not in double digits there for Nexus, 11-4 domination out of them, Matt.
Absolute domination, but like I said a couple times now, the half could have been completely different if that middle passage of play had just gone a little bit more Gamerzone's way. They'd closed out some of those clutches, gotten the hold of the economy for 1 or 2 more rounds. 11-4 just, such a demoralizing halftime scoreline for them, considering how close they were at times.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have your new webcam yet, Matt?
Unfortunately not. It's going to be arriving tomorrow.
Wanted to show off your face, but
Saturday? Are we here on Saturday? No, only
we're
Monday. Only Monday. So we'll have 4 beautiful days of games of Counter-Strike on Monday, where we'll just do as much webcam time as possible.
Okay, I'm gonna just put you on the cam now, so everybody can have that comparison of how bad it could be.
Okay, so this is before.
This is bad webcam, guys. Hello,
bad
everybody.
Webcam. Bad webcam is bad.
Yes, bad webcam is bad. And just a shout out to some of the sponsors at the bottom, Vodafone, Pringles, and of course, what it's all about. It's about going to Bucharest Games Week, where the top teams will actually go and play the finals, which is great. You're going to be commentating on Brawl Stars for that weekend as well, yeah?
I am. ESL Southeast Europe Championship Season 10, 5,000 euros on the line. The top teams are going to be heading to the Bucharest Gaming Week as well to duke it out. That'll be the top 4 teams heading into the playoffs. How exciting that is.
Yeah, that's going to be good. A couple seasons ago, of course, it was also culminated at Bucharest Games Week. I think that was Season 8, so same sort of time last year?
Yeah, I think it is indeed. Looks like we're going to be jumping back into the game here. Gamerzone desperately need to win the pistol round to keep themselves in the contest here on Mirage. 11-4 is the scoreline. Nexus looking dominant as they have throughout the season so far. Second on the table. You can check that out at pro.eslgaming.com for yourself.
I think I might just do that, and if I did that, I'd see Gamerzone second from the bottom. So
yeah,
2 teams that are second. Just one is a good second, the other's not so good.
All about context, Mike. Nexus bursting into the B bomb side, and a couple bullets bursted into their heads as well. Arby, he gets the triple. Eventually, he's taken down by Raga, but the damage has been done. He's left his mark. The blood on the ground is his trademark right now, and Nexus haven't even been able to secure a bomb plant. It looks like they will be able to eventually get one. Raga realizing he has to take the fight here. There's just so many CTs around them right now. He's going to be able to find 2. How does he get the second headshot? Oh my god, Corey. Thank goodness Corey comes through in the last second. But Raga even realized he nearly got himself out of dodge there. He was nearly able to complete that reload, and I bet if he did, he won that clutch.
I absolutely agree. I think he was just hitting absolutely everything. It's kind of like the reverse of what we saw out of Arby in the beginning of the round. He gets 3 as they try to attempt to take the sites, and I think if he doesn't, Gamerzone don't win that round.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. What a performance. That was a 5 versus 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Down to a 1v1, and if he had one more bullet in the chamber, you got to think he's getting that kill, Matt.
Yeah. Bit of a surprise here for Nexus, Mike, not going for the full investment. This is a bit more what we saw about 6 months ago or so, where you get the one hero AK and then everybody else saves around him. Normally, or recently, we've been seeing teams actually go for the full investment in this round, get 3 rifles, 2 pistols, some util. Anyway, let's see if Nexus can make it work. That nade's going to dunk onto BTN, does 31 damage. Still, there is some pieces to work with here for Nexus in the round. Although those pieces are being picked off. It's the SG on Raga who holds the key right now. and he just hasn't had any opportunities. They're just snapping at the ankles right now. Eventually, he's going to be able to find 2 quick frags, so at least that's something.
Yeah, it's some damage. I do maybe just think with Rager going for that. I mean, he's the AWPer. I get he had enough money, but at the same time, you just think maybe he does actually need to save so that he can come in with the AWP in this round.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there. Let's see if this Galil's going to be directly impacting the run of play here at Nexus. Looking at some early aggression, and Zoots, he's too far committed. He took some damage, he tried to get back through the fire, and he actually lost his life for it, and Crazy is going to get Zello on the angle as well. Nexus, not really paying much respect in this first buy round, looking to just try and bully their opponents, just straight up out-aim them. And it hasn't yielded success at all.
Not the result they would have expected, and they were bossing things in that first half. Yeah, getting bossed by Crazy Deer. I think Rager's a little bit upset that he gave that gun over to Crazy Deer because he's been doing some big damage with it.
Yeah.
Trades over on B.
BTN now the only player remaining. He doesn't have the bomb. Pretty much the only thing he has on his side right now is the clock. And pretty much all he can hope for from this point is some economic damage. And he's not even going to be able to find that flawless buy round here for Gamerzone. They only lose 1 player. And that's going to put their economy in a really good position now, winning that first buy round.
Yeah, they win the buy round. They get some upgraded weapons for their troubles as well. I think they're going to be feeling pretty good about it. And within 4 now, 11-7, Nexus have surrendered a few rounds yet to Gamerzone. And we were saying that it was domination out of Nexus in the first half. But still got to remember, Gamerzone are great on Mirage. So every possibility they come back into this one. Now going for the straight up B rush, Matt.
Yeah, let's see if it's going to work out for them with these pistols, though. Already they have lost a couple players. The bomb's been dropped in a very awkward position as well. The 2 players coming up the rear are all that remain. And I don't think they'll be remaining for much longer. They are from Romania, but not going to do any remaining.
Oh, man, that was terrible. Are they going through Romania? Okay.
Couldn't have been that bad if you're repeating it, man. It clearly stuck with you.
It did stick with me. I like that joke, but it's not your style, man. It's not your style.
Sometimes I got to stoop low, Mike.
Yeah, low-hanging fruit.
Yes, exactly. That's the one. BTN, he could find himself some low-hanging fruit here, Mike. I'm not sure. Very low HP. Crazy Deer going to come around the corner, and he doesn't even have time to get a shot off. Goes down immediately, and actually some swift moves from BTN is going to allow him to have a potential impact here. This time he may catch Gamerzone off guard. No, Torzi, the omnipotent being, was ready and waiting for it. 11-8 is the scoreline. Gamerzone making it happen here on the CT side, Mike. That's 4 consecutive rounds for them, but this is going to be the first real test. I say real because there's an AWP. There's all the utility in the world. Everybody's got proper armor. This is what Nexus were waiting for.
I am with the AWP though. I got to imagine that's spawn based, and yeah, he's gonna go look for the fight here in mid. Looking to take the shot, doesn't land it, so I'd imagine him and Rager swap. Yes, they do.
In the meantime, Zello getting aggressive here through low is moving very quickly. I thought that would have been heard, but Torzi was running at the same time, so maybe that masked the footsteps.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, this is interesting. There's a player here in Paris Palace as well, Zoots. Definitely not going to be expecting 2 players to push forward. He's got the angle. He comes around the corner. Oh no, to TK. Both Corey and Zoots are very low right now, dancing around the pillars. Corey makes up for his mistake as he gets the frag at least, but a 4 versus 4 still does favor the T side. Corey only has 38 points of health remaining, and Nexus have got firm middle control right now. The world is their oyster. They could go up catwalk. They could go through connected. They could go for the boost in snipers. And now that they know where Torzi is, it gives them even more information to work with. 57 seconds left on the clock here. What do they choose to do?
Oh, the spray there.
Corey.
I am just going, where's he shooting me from? What did I do?
Gotten himself into ladder, but Gamerzone are turtling at this point. They're all the way deep in the B bomb side. I am just hoping for some timing, and he's going to get that timing played against him. No, he's still able to react in time, Mike. 1 point of health to his name. That vent is a nightmare shooting through it from the sniper side. I don't know. I just feel like it blocks so much damage. I am going to get another frag with 1 point of health. And how does BTN not go down there? I don't know. So many questions, minimal answers. It's going to be 12-8 here eventually, unless RB can make something magical happen.
Don't see it, Matt. And there was some magic in that round out of Nexus. I mean, just Nexus things, as we like to say.
Yeah.
Because, well, they're just doing things that shouldn't work, and they do. I mean, that IM kill, 1 HP on him. As you were saying, that vent blocks so much damage, but I am still on 45 HP. There's no way he shouldn't have. Well, he
Yeah,
just shouldn't have been
agreed.
able to get that kill. It should have been impossible.
I've been a personal victim of that one before though. I've even like shot people through that thing with an AWP
Yep.
to die and see I've done like 35 damage or something stupid like that. I don't know. That thing is plated, man. Titanium plating.
Yeah, it is a bit too strong. I do think it's something that they need to change, but of course they probably will, because Mirage is down in, well, it's in the scrimmage map
It's
now.
in the scrimmage maps,
So
yeah.
it means it's going to be out. I assume Cash back in,
Yeah.
Mirage out.
Can you imagine they just like went full bait mode, it took overpass out?
No, don't say it ain't so, Matt.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. These changes to Vertigo, I think, were completely unnecessary. I'm not sure if you've seen them personally, but
Haven't played it yet, so I'm actually going to give it a go after this and just check it out. I was kind of hoping we'd see it in a series, yeah, just so that I could be
Yeah.
absolutely clueless about it on camera. you know?
Jeez, Mike, you'd be quite blown away actually to see the changes that have been made. I think they were a bit haphazard. Anyway, we haven't seen much Vertigo, have we? As compared to what we saw last season, a boost coming in through snipers. Zello going to wait for the aggression to be towards connector potentially, biding his time. There's still so much time left on the clock. All 10 players left alive on the server. Gamerzone have gone for the force buy. If they lose this round, it could be the end of their run here on Mirage. So much hinging on this round for them, and Nexus are going to be slowly making their way forward. Torzi was so ready for that boost. Shot Zello down as he pushes through the smoke. Shot tagged onto Raga as well. Finally, Nexus are going to start to push into the bomb site. 3 of their 4 players are extremely low here. That brings the 5-7 into play. Eric on the bomb site, biding his time. He's got the support from Crazy Dio, who's just trying to take the attention away from him right now. He's going to go one further as he finds the shot as well. Eventually goes down. 30 seconds left on the clock. They now know Eric's positioning as well. It's on Zoots' shoulders to make this happen. He's the 100 HP player. He's the one who finds the frag. 20 seconds left. That nade, no, just missing its mark. Both of these players for Gamerzone are in CT right now. If Nexus realize this, it might be dangerous. Oh, the shot through the box comes through for Corey. Only 10 seconds left. They're going to have to commit to the plant. Raga trying to take the angle to cover his teammate. He's going to be able to do it successfully. Misses the follow-up shot into Arby, though. Zoots, the man who's always had 100 health to his name, is now left in the clutch situation. Desperately wants the AK. Going to get the AK. And he actually is able to get out of that triple stack. Arby still thinks he's playing around here. He's actually been able to drop back. The bomb's planted perfectly. Arby's got a smoke, but he doesn't have a kit, and the time is dwindling. He's going to finally drop that smoke. He taps the bomb. He's not committing. He needs to find this frag soon. And he does the damage, but it's not fatal, and I'm not sure there's enough time here. He doesn't think so either.
Poor old Arby in that situation. I mean, he was frantic there, and Zoots is frantic too. He thinks he's still sticking it, but he's not. Everybody getting faked out in that 1v1 there, Matt. But Nexus do get the round 13-8.
Yeah, what a fantastic round that was as well. So much going on there. I said it in a tweet a bit earlier. I was really excited about this one because there's just so many high-skilled individuals on both of these teams. And when you have those clutch situations, they always deliver. 13-8. We've got a tactical timeout here. Welcome, everyone. This is the ESL Southeast Europe Championship. We only have the one match for this evening, so make sure you stay tuned throughout. My name is Hayes, joined by Extremes. You can follow me at Hayes Castings. I posted it in the Twitch chat just to make sure that there is nothing lost in translation.
Look at that personal plug. Disgusting.
Disgusting. Follow him. He's gross.
Yes, he is. He posts pictures of his toes on the internet.
Oh no. Jeez, like Mike. Don't sell me out like this. Gamerzone. They'd like to sell themselves out if it meant they got a bit more money heading into this round.
Arby with an AWP though. Let's hope that he can do some damage with it. I mean, I've never seen him AWP before, so not
Only
sure on that
Torzi
one.
had an AWP right now. Well, maybe he doesn't need an AWP. USP does net him a frag. Still Nexus getting themselves onto the B bomb side. Damage is being done though. Again, there's 3 very low HP players. Arby can't catch a break right now. This USP has got some damage potential right now. It's going to be able to catch the 2 players off guard. He does get the SG as well. Needs to be careful though, he's got so little room to work with. Zello's got him boxed in, he seems to be aware of it, but because he has no armor, that aim punch is detrimental. Zoots takes down RB. Nexus win the round again by the skin of their teeth. Even though they have 3 players alive, that could have gone awry very quickly.
Gee, Torzy with nothing but a USP actually makes them work real hard. 14-8. Got the AWP in the hands of Torzy again. And let's hope he has an impact, Jack. This is, well, Gamerzone just running out of opportunities on this particular map. We're going to be going to train next. And this round is going to determine how quickly we're going to go over to train. Gamerzone desperately want to stay alive on Mirage.
Torzi's got the angle with the AWP. I think IAM's going to be walking straight into him potentially. As you said, this is one of the last remaining opportunities for Gamerzone. And Torzi gets things off to a good start there. And that's going to be giving a lot of control to Gamerzone now as well. With all that information. And he's not backing off either. Not normally would you see the AWPer hold that angle after finding a frag, but Torzi continues to commit. Finds a second.
Yes, he knows he has to make a play there for his team just because they're stuck in such a difficult situation in the game. So, I mean, traditionally you take the shot, you fall back because there's probably more guys who are going to try and trade, but he sticks around. Pretty important now. So with that 55 seconds on the clock here, Nexus got to make something happen. Corey will spot him out. So,
yeah.
He likes playing around the extremities of the smoke, but hasn't worked for him in the last few rounds.
A near flawless round for Gamerzone so far until Zoots finally finds a frag. He's going to continue to push forward here. Crazy Dio going to time his peak perfectly. They're swinging out from the corner. Gamerzone get back to winning ways here in the 11th hour. They keep themselves in it. Eric really struggling. He's only got 6 frags to his name right now. Other than that, it's almost an even kill distribution across the server.
Yeah, indeed. And I think that those only 6 kills on Eric is one of the differentiating factors, because outside of that, the other players are pretty close. So he certainly needs to jump up here in terms of numbers. They're going to be... I mean, that's the problem in that sort of situation, though. If a player is low on confidence, you can't really give him a hard time, because if you do, you can affect his confidence more. You want him to frag, but you want to kind of set him up, put him in good positions to get the kills. It really doesn't help when a teammate says to you, "Hey, dude, you're really struggling, eh?" And
it really does compound the problems. I'm not sure if that's a successful or the best way to go about communicating with a teammate who's struggling. Nexus, they're struggling now in the round, monetarily speaking.
Yep.
They're just going to be rushing up through Connector. Yeah, they may be able to overwhelm 1 or 2 of these players. Eric is going to go down. Again, not able to find a frag. That's an M4 now for the T players. Only one of them has armor, though, but they've been able to get themselves into some awkward positions.
Oh.
3 versus 2 all of a sudden. Bomb's going to be going down on A. This has to be a retake. A retake which Gamerzone certainly wouldn't have been anticipating to make. So crazy. Oh, I thought he was almost definitely going to get the second PTN on the angle. He's done a great job so far in the round, and Torzi takes a huge grenade. He misses the shot up close. 15-9, Nexus winning the most unlikely round so far here on Mirage.
Well, we were just talking about Eric's struggles, and Nexus go, "Oh, well, you're having a hard game, aren't you?
Where's he playing?
Let's go Connector." And unfortunately for him, the as you like to say, the world was his oyster. He had all the targets in the world, no armor on them. Could have sprayed down 3 then and gotten the highlight, and instead they just overwhelmed him. And now I think Nexus are about to overwhelm Gamerzone.
Yeah, seeming like that's going to be the case here. Already losing 2 players. BTN on the angle, just tapping through the smoke. Everything they touch seems to turn to gold. Hand of Midas, if you will.
That's a handy trait, except I guess when you go to the bathroom.
Oh, jeez. That's where you go, what's it called? Freehand?
I don't know, gloves.
No, you just go freehand, man. Oh, Zoots. Making quick work of Eric. His problems continue, and he's going to have to turn the tide heading into train. 2 versus 5 here for Gamerzone to try to keep themselves in the contest on Mirage. Finally, Corey finds a quick couple of kills, bringing things back into somewhat doable territory. RB left in the clutch. And he's not going to last much longer. 16-9 Nexus dominating Mirage. We're going to take a short break before we head to train. Join us in a couple of minutes, and we'll see you guys soon.
I'm Pringles.
And I'm Chips.
Wow, Chips. Sick outfit. I didn't know you were a cosplayer.
It's more of a protection thing. Pringles might come in cans. I now come in maximum leveled armor. Hit me.
Nah, I don't think it's a good idea.
Come on, hit me.
Okay. Come on. Whoa! I guess Chips has left the game then.
You ready? Huh? Hey, easy boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
left in my head. My mind's not mine and it won't forget. But you bring me back from my darkness black. Cause the soul in me and the heart I have for you. It beats for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me
safe only, even though we burn from the light I bleed. Does she bring me back? Not a heart attack could take away all the love I had for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring me to life. 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 Oh, you bring me to you bring me to life. Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I do what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime. I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. You got a voice, then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you wanted to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody.
ESL Southeast Europe Championship Season 10. That is what we're watching. Nexus versus Gamerzone. Second map of the night. It is Train Nexus's choice. I'm Extremes. With me as always, Mr. Hayes.
Yes, and this is our final map of the evening, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah, we only have the one match tonight, so yeah, that's always disappointing. So we're gonna have to give this one absolutely everything we've got. I'm gonna cast the knife round, Mike. I'm gonna do it. Can't stop me.
Are you threatening me with this?
I
don't
am.
like where you're going.
I just know how much you love watching and casting knife rounds.
Well, actually, they've got an AFK player.
Yeah, so Nexus are being fairly good guys right now. Oh, but Gamerzone, they spit in their faces. Oh, man. Nexus are respecting the fact that they have an AFK, and that's why they're waiting. But then Arby's like, no.
Going for the run boost themselves, failing horribly. Let's see.
Oh, God, this is...
No! You guys are terrible at run boosts, Nexus.
Oh, the sign doesn't help much either.
No, I think Gamerzone are going to show them they're better at run boosts.
There
you
we go. This is how you do it, buddy. And Nexus show them how to knife. There we go. They win the knife. That gives them the choice of sides here heading into Train. This is Gamerzone's pick. We just came off the back of a very convincing victory for the Romanian side, winning Mirage. And we've seen them perform well on Train as well throughout the season so far. They're 1-on-1. They lost in overtime to Dawn of Stars. Excuse me, they beat Dawn of Stars in overtime, and they beat Agility 16-7. So they're 2-0 rather, not 1-on-1. What am I talking about? Why make notes if you can't read them properly?
Yeah, doctor's handwriting. Well done.
Yeah.
We shall see anyway. Well, I'm going to see your handwriting. I want to see examples of this now, because it's worrying to me that you can't read it. Will I be able to read it? Well, we can definitely read what it says at the top. It's the first round 1 of 30 between Nexus and Gamerzone here on the second map. Gamerzone looking to recover from a terrible start to the season. Nexus want to consolidate their position there in second place on the log.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point Gamerzone are out of playoff contention. So
Does feel like that.
That's unfortunate for them. Playing for Pride at this point. Going to be a bit of a B-fake, and it's successful, drawing that extra man out of the A-bomb site. First frag still does go the way of Nexus.
See the frags coming in. I hope we're not stuck on Eric.
Yeah, maybe he's the man to watch, Mike. Going to be turning things up. No, he just gets destroyed. And a flurry of frags as the Nexus players start to make their way in towards the A-bomb site. You had 2 versus 3. There's no kit for either of these players. And there's no life either. Gamerzone get off to the best possible start after losing that first map by winning the pistol.
Yeah, great start for them. And that's the 1-0, exactly what they needed. T-side so hard on Train as well. So if you can take that pistol on, it certainly helps. Your chances are no end. Talking about Train, Mousesports versus FaZe going on at the moment in ESL Pro League 8-10. Mousesports chasing the game. I think they might take this round.
Are they on the CT side now or the T side?
CT side now, so they should start to catch up, I would think.
Yeah, their CT side was okay against Big 2 nights ago, so they should be fine.
What is happening here? Everybody
I'm not
dying.
sure.
And
We're
somehow
trying
we're
to...
in a 2v2.
Normally the round which doesn't display too much action is actually providing. We need to draw our focus back here. BTN is left in the 1 versus 1. He's gotten himself 2 frags in the round. Torzi fairly low with the AK. Oh, he wasn't spotted out there by BTN. He was this time, though, and he's going to look to just straight up take the fight. BTN re-swings and goes down.
Jeez,
Wow,
Torzi's
that got
super
way
lucky.
too close. Yeah.
Way too close. Well, the guys who probably should have won the round did, but jeez, they made it hard for themselves, and Nexus made it hard for them. The Force by there almost reaping just reward, I guess they'd feel, for going for the Force and nearly winning it.
Yeah. So, 1 minute 55 seconds on the clock. Gamerzone are just going to go for the straight up rush into the A-bomb side. Not at all concerned about the pistols or the prospects of the stack. Looking to just bully their opposition, knowing that they've got the superior weaponry to work with. Turning on the burners, taking the control. We're going to be heading into the first buy round next. And that's what I'm waiting for. That's what Nexus will be waiting for. I don't think they're going to have the luxury of an AWP though, Mike. trying to do the maths in my head, and it's not working out in their favor.
No, you're gonna need at least 3,200 in this round to actually pick up an all. Actually, 3,250, shall I say? Sorry. So not gonna happen. Not gonna happen at all.
Yeah, unfortunate. They're only going to be getting 1,900 at the end of this round. I am looking to try and inflict some economic damage here. Dancing with RB, who's done with the dance. And he's denied him. Torzi's going to take the kill. Gamer Zone complete the clean 3-0. They don't even lose a single player in the process. So that's going to bode really well for their economy. And in fact, Raga is able to get a glass cannon orb. Like, not even
Or
not even a
BTN,
glass
I think.
cannon.
No, how does that happen? No ways. What happened to my maths? What the hell?
I don't know, Mike.
What the hell? Anyway.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oops, indeed. Let's see if that orb will be put to good use here. Seems like Gamerzone want to make the burst into the A bomb side a reality. All 5 players just outside of the same main, and not for very long either. Flashes raining over the top. Crazy Deer leading the aggression here with the ESG. He's going to be spotting Zello out close, gets the information. The flashbang comes through, but Zello's still able to find a frag before he goes down. Off the back of that, Gamerzone are going to start to stream into the save bomb site, but this is not working out for them. Like cars to a slaughter, they're getting destroyed right now, picked off left, right, and center. Eric is the only player remaining. He's been able to lurk his way into hell. Maybe going to be catching somebody off guard. Yeah, those Zoots seems to be incredibly aware of the possibility. As the smoke dissipates, he is going to take him down. Nexus, they win the first buy round, get themselves on the board.
Perfectly done there from Nexus. And they were just going for the fights. They kind of had to. They didn't have the nades really to hold off any kind of onslaught from Gamerzone. So go look for the fight, and well, they find it and they win it.
Yeah, indeed. Gamerzone investing everything they've got now to make a buy happen. The scouts on Crazy Deer being the one chink in their armor. Nexus don't really have much money in the bank either, having to just reinvest into all of that utility, get some head armor as well, get some kits. So Gamerzone are still in a position where if they win the round, they're going to be resetting the CT's economy. And we know how difficult rounds are to find on the T side of train. Oh, that's a big grenade. That does, what, 66 damage, maybe even more? A lot of damage.
That's a ton. It just means all of those players can go down to a headshot from an M4, and that's very valuable for the CTs. They only have the single AK there. And as we say, single AK, it rings out. Had a great game on the last one.
Oh,
Zeus, how is he still alive?
Yeah. That was so dangerous from him. He does get the information at least, which allows for Zello to assume the angle. Corey waiting in Pop Dog is going to go down as well, and this is looking great for Nexus. In quite a poor position, and if they were to lose that round, it would have been exploited, but they win the round, and they keep 4 players alive, and now it's going to be the eco for Gamerzone, so Nexus have every reason to level up the scoreline right now.
That they do indeed. And
let's do a quick time check there.
147.
Alrighty, just a second ahead of you. Thought as much.
42.
Yeah, we're good.
So I was actually seeing the past while you were seeing the future. That's just...
Yeah. This is it.
That is a beautiful purple pointy thing he's got in his hands there.
I mean, seeing the past is quite a common feature, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's not 1834,
Memory.
you know.
Maybe.
Ooh,
are we gonna see it? Yes, the dink comes through. Eric, on the receiving end of that, gets brought down to 15 health. So unfortunately for him, that's going to be making
Zello.
his life very difficult as they head towards the B bomb side. Quite a lot of util here going in over the top. Eric will be going down. Can Gamerzone find a plancher? That's going to be the objective. They're able to find a frag, and look at the aggression here from Zello. He's pushing through the fire, so he takes a lot of damage in the process. And that was a lot of desperation from Nexus players to find frags.
Yep, that did
Eco
seem like a
frags.
bit of eco farming there.
Yeah. Completely agree.
Well, 3-all. We'll see the buy from Gamerzone. No AWP available for them. Torzi got a scope, but not quite the one he would have been looking for. Still pretty handy with that gun. Although I got to say, Crazy Deer probably the best player with the SG on Gamerzone's side. See if he can make something happen with that gun. Airstrike. Oh, poor RB
Wow.
is so low.
Yeah, and I think he may have been spotted out here by Zella. Look at how aggressive he's being, Mike. He even pre-fires the corner, trades up for the AK, and he's going to continue on the surge. He gets a second frag in the round, trading out his teammates, and actually he's going to be making a bit of a bait play there. Oh, never mind. I thought his teammate was in pop. No, he's smoking off the tees. He finds Eric as well, and nobody can put a stop to Zello right now. 3 frags for him in the round. Still alive and kicking as well.
And he's here with some backup as well, which is going to be pretty helpful for him. Crazy Jenny finding a kill on the AWPer. Reg has probably got to fall off. I am behind him.
No, that's huge. Single-handedly dismantles Gamerzone there with the timing coming down the ladder.
Nexus are being so aggressive on CT side. They're just pushing everywhere over the map. And if you're Gamerzone, that's going to start to play in your mind. You're just going to be thinking, are they behind me right now? Because, well, it just seems like they appear out of nowhere the whole time.
Then you need to adapt to that though, right? And you need to actually just sit back post for that aggression and shut it down as it comes through. Because at the moment, just like you said, Nexus are consistently being aggressive. They're looking to get that pop control. They're looking to push into A main, push down the trains. Money nade.
Oh my goodness, that just destroys them.
Wow. Yeah, that's painful, Mike. Zoots wouldn't know it, but that did a huge amount of damage. And now all of these players, they're tenderized. They'd make a good stake right now, Mike.
I'm getting that impression. Zoots doesn't want to give this one up, though. He wants to fight. Still going for the fight. Only gets the 1 there. 2 in total, of course. Both of these players still quite low, so it's going to take quite a play out of Gamerzone to get themselves this round. Still aggression out of Nexus here. They're going to be pushing towards A main. Depending on how that fight goes, it could actually help out Gamerzone, and it does. RB gets the kill. Now suddenly doable in 3v3, Matt.
Yeah, especially considering he gets up onto RB as well. He just seems to have the ability to pull his team out of the fire when they're behind the game. Just with a quick couple of kills, all of a sudden, Nexus get the points, and it's always just such a pleasure to witness.
Yeah, IAM's a great player. I'm sure he's glad he's back in Nexus. Probably had that period where he was playing elsewhere.
Yeah.
And we were kind of wondering why not Nexus, but it's in the team, doing well.
Yes. Witnessing him alongside Zello was always going to be a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Now some beautiful smokes flying in. Can Zello do something beautiful himself? He gets the lineup, only gets the 1 though.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. I thought he would have been able to get some more. Gamerzone turning up the pace, pushing straight into the safe bomb side. Torzi with the AWP from above, but IAM, he's still able to get the damage. Repositioning himself here, trying to be as elusive as possible. These smokes are dissipating, Mike. Gamerzone, they need to find this plant soon. Torzi's going to catch BTN off guard, and he's going to follow it up with the shots onto IAM as well. And surely that's enough to close out the round here. Oh, Torzi. What a round from him. The quad kill with the AWP. And that is not an easy job to push aggressively into the A bomb sites and find 4 frags like that.
It's great to see Torzi profiting with the AWP in his hands. I mean, he's missed a few shots in the previous map. And he didn't look that great earlier in this week either, despite us saying he is probably the best player in Gamerzone. They're proving why we say that.
Yeah, moments like that, we just expected more of them, I suppose.
Yep.
And I know that's quite harsh to say, but it more speaks to the level that we expect from him.
He's dead, of course, right now. We commentator cursed him into oblivion. They got naded to death in aim.
Yeah, referring to the greater scheme of things, though. It's just we know what he's capable of, and I just don't think he's lived up to that expectation very consistently here in Season 10, unfortunately. Not to say that he's not a great player, though.
Okay, there we go. Gives it away. Good job. Don't do a Zeus. Ooh, Eric there with a pretty nice kill. That was quick.
Yeah, that was a snappy headshot indeed. Only 2 flashes remaining here for Zello, so barely anything in the way of utility. 4 versus 4, 56 seconds left on the clock. The boost comes through, but doesn't net a frag. But Eric, he's able to catch BTN there on the cusp of the smoke, and Raga not able to get on the corner in time. He does leg RB, and now the B split completely on the cards here. They're going to be streaming into IM's crosshair. This is a great angle. They may not anticipate this. He's able to catch 2 on the spray down. The trade is there though, but this has brought things back into even numbers contention.
And the CT player, RB needs to get through. He's got the bomb. It depends on the timing. The timing is perfect for him. All all on Zello now. He gets the 1 kill. Is he going to catch RB on the transition? RB goes for the fake plant. Trying to just change up the height here. And
Zello didn't. I thought Zello spotted him.
He must
Surely
have.
Zello spotted him now.
Oh!
Oh, he still wins out the clutch in the end, but that got so dicey. He's going to go back for the AWP as well. Nexus, by the skin of their teeth, win the round, Mike. Zello even took a moment there just to catch his breath after he won that clutch.
Yeah, I think he needed to. That was... We saw it. Of course, we've got the benefit of the X-ray, but he saw enough there that he should have been able to spot the player out. So, yeah, got a bit dicey for Zello. I think he would have kicked himself. I'm sure his teammates were all shouting, "You saw him." That's just how that works, right?
But you saw him isn't great information.
No, it isn't. It just makes you suddenly get a fright.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're like, where? When? How far back? Look away from where you're currently looking and die. It's just not good info. Nexus, they still don't have any money left in the tank here. This is exactly the same position that we're in on Mirage. It's almost deja vu here. Where GamerZone, if they can just win 1 or 2 rounds back to back, they're going to break the economy and they're going to get themselves into a great position here on the T side in the first half. But if they aren't able to win those rounds, then we could see like another 11-4 halftime scoreline.
Absolutely right. A bit of a push there through Ivy coming in. But it's all misdirection. Doesn't seem to matter to Rugger though. He lands 1 kill. Misses. Oh, he doesn't actually get the kill. Never mind.
Oh, I don't know why you went back for thirds though. That was just far too greedy. He had already done such a great job. Eric gonna catch the timing off on Zoot, but there we go on the bomb side. BTN with the quick flank, and that's the bomb that's been dropped as well. All of a sudden, the CTs they're doing the entering on the B bomb side right now. Roles reversed.
Zilla's got to be considering the flank now. Crazy Deer should be able to bank this kill. I mean, BTN looks
easy.
away at the wrong moment.
I'm not sure why he was actually going so far forward there, considering they had the control of the bomb. And that leaves Zello in a 1 versus 2 clutch. He's got the SG to work with. Very potent weapon. And on a map like Train, it certainly does play to its strengths. 25 seconds left here. Eric's going to have to eventually commit, both of the players making their way forward. And Zello should be getting caught off guard here. Is the timing going to work against him? Oh, he gets the damage, but it's not fatal. And Crazy Deer swings back. Good attention to detail, playing off of his teammate there. As soon as Zello started taking the fight elsewhere, he was able to come back into the equation.
Well, that's certainly the round that they needed. And we were saying that the game situation looked just the same as what we saw in Mirage, but this time around, GamerZone win it as we in that 11th round. And that does change the complexion of things. 5 is almost enough in most cases on T side on Trains. So now the fact that they've got that and they're up against the pistol force.
Yes.
Great opportunity for GamerZone.
Couldn't agree more, Mike. If they win this round, they level it up at 6-6. But Zoot makes their job a bit more difficult by landing a fantastic 1-dig. And it's on to Eric, one of the players who's been looking pretty good here on Train. Torzi, the player who's been looking the best, continues in that vein of form. But he's continuing to take the fights as well. Perhaps ill-advised. GamerZone, they actually just want to push straight into the A bomb side. They're done with the fluff. They're done with just sitting back and waiting. Taking the fight to the opposition right now. BTN going to catch a nice timing. Takes down Corey. That's an AK on the deck. It is still a 1-man advantage here for the Hungarian side. And they're going to be able to get control of the site. Neither of these Nexus players are in a position to shut down the push. 2 versus 3.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be on BCN to do something very quickly because there's no kits available. So unless he finds something post-haste, I think they should maybe just hang on to what they got. Gets the kill.
I am coming out of Pop Dog as well. How does he get that frag, Mike? Oh, thank goodness. Crazy Deer connects on the shots. I am with the AK frantically pushing forward, but he's not given an inch at all here by Crazy Deer. Realizing the situation. Oh, he's so fortunate that IM doesn't have a kit. I'm not sure why he even peeked that. I don't even think the bomb had been tapped yet. So, GamerZone, they win the round. They don't keep any of their players alive, though. Nexus, they're going to have that AK on IM, and that's something.
Actually, the economy from GamerZone not in a good space here.
Yeah.
Because of that. So, if Nexus can do some damage in this round, Gamerzone actually could be in trouble for the rest of the half. Let's see how it goes. Upgraded pistols, not a force buy really out of Nexus, but upgraded enough that they can do some damage.
Yeah, exactly that. Let's see what's going to be happening in the round. Gamerzone actually looking good in the first half now with 6 rounds to their name. Regardless of what goes on from this point, they're going to have a decent cushion to work with heading into that second half, but they're going to want more than 6, that's for sure. And they've been really good working with Ivy, I must say. I think that this has been a headache for Nexus so far throughout the half.
Yeah,
Particularly Eric.
Yeah, they have struggled to contain them, and that's good to see Eric playing as well as he has on this map, considering how bad the last one was for him.
Yeah, completely agreed. Gamerzone actually able to wrap through CT. They've got a player at Old Bomb, Eric, tasked with locking down Ivy, and he's going to have some visitors here on the opposite side of the smoke. Dispatches of the first. His next is Zello, though, and this man with the Desert Eagle is a force to be reckoned with, and that's exactly why I am with the AK is able to find 2 frags, Mike. So again, damage is being done in the round. BTN is going to be able to best RB, and now it's a 1 versus 2. Corey going to be able to find the front, but they know exactly where he is, and Zello with the AK is so clean. Surgical precision.
Just the one tap there, that's all that he requires. Doesn't even try for the spray, just insta-taps him. Nexus win that one. Oh, Gamerzone, that's a big oof. They just got wrecked in that round, man.
Yeah, against the Pistols again. I think that's their second or third anti-eco loss, which is criminal. And I'm referring to the entire match at that point, but not going to be beating teams like Nexus consistently if you can't close out those anti-eco rounds.
Yeah, that was something that was a real Achilles heel of Nexus in the last couple of seasons of SEC as well. So, and as I say that, there's actually a kill for Torzi. He gets traded on pretty quickly. The Pistols burning Nexus. Are we watching Season 9, Matt?
Yeah, just not going their way at all, though. IEM is going to suffer the same fate. Damage being done to BTN. Still, they're in a position to close out the round, but not where they would have expected to be 30 seconds into the round.
So much damage been done to these players as well. BTN going on an exploratory mission at the moment. The problem is, of course, the full HP player Rug is on an AWP, so it doesn't matter that those players are low HP. And if BTN can find the timing here, it could still work out for them.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like Gamerzone are prepared for the flank, though. Before they execute, making sure they're covering all their bases! Crossing all their T's, dotting all their I's. RB takes off BTN's head. Now it's on Raga's shoulders to clutch it. 1 versus 3. Missing the flick shot. Gonna land the follow-up, though, with the P2K. That's allowed the teammates of Corey, the fallen comrade, to get into the B bomb site. And Raga, actually not even fully convinced that it is the B exec. He's going to trade up for the rifle, and then I think he's going to have a crack at this. If he's going to be saving, he'll definitely be keeping the AWP in hand. He's got a kit to work with, no util, and RB's been able to get quite far forward here. I'm not sure if Rag is going to be anticipating this one as he starts to make his way forward. He does realize that they could literally be anywhere at this point, but so many audio cues here for the T players to work with. Frantically searching around, he's not going to be able to get anything. Gamerzone reply with an eco round of their own.
Well, this is a great position for Gamerzone now. And I was just saying our Nexus used to suffer against Pistols, and they just did. But, I mean, it was almost like watching a replay from 6 months ago. But there we go. It happens 7-all. And CT side of train, you need to probably get more than 8. So an 8 is the best they can hope for, considering the broken janky buy they got, Matt.
Yeah, this is looking like it should be Gamerzone's round to win, but the past couple of rounds, even though whichever team has been in the driver's seat, they've gone on to lose it, and it's looking like that's going to be the case here once again. Zoots and Raga, this time they come out on top of the Jules and Ivy, and it's just 2 AWPs remaining. Make that 1. Corey now left in the 1 versus 5. He makes it a 1v4, but still seems like an incredibly unlikely scenario. He's just going to walk into the crosshair of BTN. Clean 1 tap. 8-7 is the scoreline. Nexus have their noses ahead heading into the second half.
Yeah, they do, and just a little bit ahead, and it's not the kind of lead that you'd expect from CT side train, but it's enough, I guess, considering how Gamerzone have actually been punishing them in some of these rounds. Gamerzone side, I think they'll be feeling pretty satisfied, actually. Maybe slightly miffed they didn't get more because there were some
Yeah.
opportunities there.
I think both teams will feel aggrieved that they didn't actually do better in that half. Who would you prefer to be right now, actually?
I think I prefer to be Gamer Zone just because you've got enough there that you could still lose the pistol on CT and potentially win it. So it's okay. It's really okay. For Nexus, they don't have quite so much of a buffer as they'd usually expect to have on train. So
Yeah.
heading into T-side, they really do need to win the pistol. Otherwise, they could be in a bit of trouble.
Let's see if that's going to be the case here. This is the final half of the evening. We only have the one match tonight because we've got a schedule change. The other game, which was supposed to be happening tonight, which won't be, is the Agility versus Blue Jays. That's been rescheduled to the 19th of October. It's a Saturday. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned because this is going to be the last drop. We're ringing out the towel right now. Who's going to be coming out on top? Nexus on the T side. They've got two players with utility. 2 smokes, 3 flashbangs, and a P250 on Zello. Let's put a dot on that because we know how damage or how potent he is with the weapon. IM pushing up from heaven is able to beat RB, and that's a very early one-man advantage. And I love that Nexus just don't immediately commit after finding that frag. They put the brake on things, and they now want to manipulate their opposition and try and put themselves in the best possible position.
You can just see the CTs frantically spreading out because they thought, okay, as soon as the push on B didn't come, that it must be an A. So they've had to now go and find some information. That's Torzi looking for it, and Rago should be able to catch him.
Oh,
Nearly
no.
does.
Only does 40 damage there, Mike. That should have been Torzi done and dusted.
It really
So
should have.
he's going to have a second opportunity at life here. Seems like Nexus are going to be committing to the A split. Their first point of contention is going to be Torzi, who's still lurking around that A main area. And he's actually going to be able to find the frag onto BT, and eventually Raga is going to be able to take him down. That was a long time coming. Flashbang? Oh, actually just behind the teammates. I thought it was a missed time there. IM, though, so clean from him, as always. Exactly what we've come to expect.
2v4 retake as the bomb goes down on Corey and Eric. 2 of the better players make that 1 of the better players left. Yeah, none of the better players left.
Was that just straight through the smoke?
I think it was. Oh, feels bad, man.
You dirty dog.
Dirty, dirty, dirty. And that's
What
a
a
good
good
thing.
start to the second half here for the Romanian side, picking up that pistol, and that was just a dominating run from them as well. Just it seemed like they were completely in control from the word go.
Yep, now we do see 2 scouts coming out here for Gamer Zone. Oh no! Shoots the other scout in the back. Traitorous.
I will be the only scouter. And it's looking like that may be the case, as there's quite a few frags coming through. Nexus making their way into the A bomb sites, limiting the space that Gamer Zone have with some effective utility usage. Some low HP players here, though. If Crazy Deer can connect on a shot or two, he may be in with the shout. And that's why Nexus are being slightly precautious in their approach right now. Crazy Deer with a nice first shot opens up for the scout, creates that distance down range. Oh man, there was nothing subtle about BTN's approach.
No, he just went for the straight up fight, and that could have gone
Yeah.
very badly for them if the headshot landed on him. Thankfully, he took a shot to the chest, so doesn't quite go as badly as it could have there for Nexus, but still a lot of damage done by Gamer Zone. Problem, of course, is damage done to T's in terms of economy is far less hurtful to them than it is to you as a CT.
Exactly that. So we
Everything's
head
cheap when you're
into
buying
a,
weapons on the black market, right?
Apparently, maybe the CT side should look into that, or do they just become terrorists as well then?
Better
I don't know.
procurement, that's kind of what the CTs need.
Yeah, fair enough. Just streamline it a bit more, perhaps. Going to be seeing the pistols going down here for Gamer Zone. Have been able to find 1 frag in the round, but I think that's all it's going to be, and it is. 11-7 is the scoreline here as we head into the first buy round. Nexus in the driver's seat, and they're in a position to drive this one home, Mike.
They really are. Gamer Zone need this round. It's pretty important for them. And, well, looking at it, they're going to have that off for Horsey, and he's been a pretty big factor, top fragging for them on this map. This is the side of the map where you'd expect the AWP to reap the most dividends. And they've got quite a few players out here towards A. Let's see where Torzi puts himself and where Nexus decide to go. Ooh, this is very fast actually out of Nexus towards Ivy.
Yeah. Oh, a bit of a miscommunication. They're mollying and smoking the same angle, and they're just going to continue to stream into the A bomb side. Zello, he's found an entry. The charge continues right now. Zooty finds one of his own, and it's an absolute bloodbath in the A bomb side. Only RB remaining. What can he do? Can he salvage the situation? Can he be the hero that his team requires right now? Both of the T players on top of each other trying to readjust their positions and just affirm their position in the round. RB doesn't have a kit, he doesn't have any utility, so time is his enemy right now. Practically the 1 versus 3, if you will. Slowly trying to make his way around the bomb site, try and catch one of these players off guard. Surely he spotted the player on the train. Going to be wrapping around here. He's going to catch Zoots off guard here, Mike. Now, Raga will be completely aware of his positioning. He hasn't picked up a kit in the process. And Raga just going to be cool, calm, and collected. 13-7. Or 12-7. It had changed before I even had time to look up. My bad.
Yeah, I was also actually slightly confused there. I just hitched them. What's going on? 12-7. Nexus, I love the change of pace out of them. I mean, actually, I think everything went wrong for them there on that side tech, but because they just committed to it and kept going, it worked for them. I mean, if they'd suddenly decided, oh no, this is not going well, we've got to get out of here, I think it would have definitely fallen apart. But the fact that they just kept pushing, gamers are not expecting that at all.
Completely agree with you, Mike. They managed to make it happen. Now it's a 3 versus 3, and this is just the eco round for Gamerzone. The Pistols actually finding some success, and IM is going to try and walk through the smoke. Not advisable when you're playing against the Pistols. Raga gets taken down at range as well, and that leaves BTN, the IGL, in the clutch situation, a 1 versus 2. He's going to actually be able to spot the first, but he takes a deagle shot in the process. One bullet will get the job done for RB. He's got an AK and he's gotten himself forward. And BTN going to completely reposition himself. He needs to get hold of the bomb. And I think RB... Oh, actually, I thought BTN was going to continue to run there.
Yeah, RB would have definitely heard him. I had the same thought, but BTN's pretty clever. That's my impression of him.
Yeah, I take that away from the situation as well. 46 seconds left on the clock. Literally, the world is BTN's oyster. He can do anything at this point, and he's actually going to go through Ivy. I like this decision a lot. Very rarely do we see players using Ivy in a 1 versus 1, and it's mostly just because you don't have the time in a normal situation to go through here. Right now he does, and because so much time has gone on, RB's actually committed to the B bomb side. He's hiding behind the spindles right now, and he is going to be very far away by the time that bomb goes down. He doesn't have a kit either, so he's completely committed. And normally, when you don't know where the bomb's going to be planted, you want to be somewhere. You want to be 50-50. You want to try and be in a position where you can rotate to either bomb site nice and quick. Now he realizes with only 5 seconds left, it has to be B. BTN, is he going to hear him? I think he's heard him, Mike. And he wants to take the aggressive angle here. He's absolutely committed.
That is ballsy. Let's see if it works out. He doesn't have the HP. Oh, I think RB's going to spot him, and he does.
Oh, jeez. I'm not sure if that was necessary for BTN, considering he had the information. He was so low. Taking the fight, it was such a 50-50 option.
Yeah, I probably, especially with the low HP, I would have probably favored going up into heaven or...
Yeah, me as well.
Playing around the bomb side, playing from Ivy. There's all sorts of options on A side, but just to take the straight fight, the only reason you'd go for that generally is if you know you got the advantage, and he really didn't. So, again, smart player, but... does not work out from double AWP now for Gamerzone. AWP in the hands of Raga. BTN after his attempted heroics, unfortunately, just on the deagle, but he's buying all the nades and things.
That's his punishment, Mike. They said to him, if you don't win this clutch, you're not going to have a weapon in the next round, and that's the result.
Well, Zello's taking some damage here.
Yeah, still early doors. It's going to be the default for Nexus, spreading themselves out across the map, waiting to catch any aggression from the CT side.
So what do you think of Zello on the rifle? I mean, we've brought the subject up a couple times.
Yeah, I'm still convinced. I think it's working well for the team. I think Raga on the AWP has been convincing enough. He's done his job and then some. And Zello has proven that he is, if not, I wouldn't say he's as potent, but he's still potent enough.
The team's doing better though. That's kind of what matters. I mean, he's
But
not
I'm
getting
not
the
sure if
30
that's
kills
only-
every game, but the
I'm not sure if that's only down to the change. It seems like there's been a shift in mentality as well for Nexus, not only just that change.
yeah, absolutely. time is a waste in here for Nexus. They've got exactly 35 seconds left.
That's
Towards
must be a
getting
fake at
IM.
this point. Raga tasked with faking with the AWP, not at all ideal, but there's a big window of opportunity right now for Nexus to get onto the B bomb side, and they are going to be able to get through here, Mike. So it's going to be a plant at the bare minimum. How much more can they
the
get?
missed
Though
shot.
Zelo on the angle, so aggressive from him. He's going to go down after finding one, leaves his teammates in such a tough situation, 1 versus 2. And surely they realize there's some aggression from BT, and he doesn't connect on the first shot. And that leaves Zoots in what must be an unwinnable situation. He's got a molly though, oh my god, but there's 2 smokes. Okay. He gets another frag though. There's a kit on the guy who's defusing right now. Zoots spraying through the smoke. Oh, it's unfortunately not enough. He was hoping that maybe that would be enough to pull the player off the defuse, or maybe there wasn't anybody sticking it per se. In the end, Gamerzone, they win their 2nd consecutive round, starting to make something happen here. That's their first 2 rounds of the second half, and it's now going to be an eco.
Yeah, that's much needed here for Gamerzone. They're giving themselves a little bit of space in the game, a little bit of breathing room to actually get back into it. Suits with that saved weapon. They're probably going to be hoping he can do something impressive with it.
Yeah. This is a must-win for Gamerzone. There's no 2 ways about it. They've dropped the ball in these sort of situations in the past map and even in the previous half. They can't afford to make the same mistake here. There's no breathing room anymore.
You feel he's going to burst at any second and maybe get himself something out of this one. Flash out of A nearly reaps dividends there. There's a kill for Raga, but unfortunately he's the last man left alive.
Yeah.
And he's so low.
There we go. Crazy Deer just rattling away there. Eventually does net the frag. 12-10 is the scoreline as we head into the next buy round. And this is Gamerzone's opportunity to level up the scoreline, because if Nexus lose this round without finding a plant, we're probably looking at a 12-12. Going to be the AWP here for Raga once again. No utility. Glass cannon AWP as well, in fact. So he's certainly going to be looking to do some damage without receiving much in return.
Got themselves a bit of control on top B here, and all of the players are actually here from Nexus. I wonder how much Eric can hear from there, but I'm sure he will be able to hear something if you hear nades, pins being pulled on nades, that sort of thing. They're going fast actually, man. I didn't expect this. Will Gamers don't expect this? I don't think so.
Great first frag for Zoots, and he follows it up onto Torzi as well. Still though, Corey is on the bomb side from the below. He's able to find the frag. Zoots, he gets a triple in the round. That leaves Raga in the 1v2. He connects on the first. He has spotted out the second player in RB as well, who's just slowly trying to creep his way forward. Oh my god, Raga. How big are your balls, my man?
Jeez, massive. Absolutely planet size there to try to do that with an AWP.
Yeah. You put yourself in such a tough position. You literally have to hit the instantaneous shot if you're going to win it. I just think that was a bit too Hail Mary.
Yeah, I could have worked with a rifle, but with an AWP, not so much. There's just a bit too much of a gap between jumping out like that and being able to let go of a shot. So, not going to happen. Nexus just going for the B rush here, straight. Easy B rush. Should be easy. Isn't. And Nade's going to dunk him as well.
Yeah, that denies the plant. No, I thought it was actually Raga planting for a second, so that's mission successful for Nexus. If they could find a second frag, yeah, that would be great. Not seeming likely, though. Alright, a frag and a bomb plant. Not the end of the world for the Romanian side. But Gamerzone starting to make something of this here, leveling up the score, 12-12. Now within 4 rounds of actually winning the map. They've got some money in the bank, which means if they lose a round, they'll be able to get a buy up in the follow. And no surprise, we finally see the tactical timeout.
Yeah, that's an opportune moment to come through with it as well for Nexus. I think they really just need to stop the Gamerzone momentum, because they're getting kills, they're getting plants, they're just not getting rounds.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Nexus also, yeah, they're struggling now. I mean, what do they do? As you said, they're getting the kills, they're getting the plants, but they're not converting those into round wins.
Yeah, and another thing that's interesting to me, RB, 22 kills. Have we seen him top frag this season so far? I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure we have. Great performance from him so far. He's gonna have to continue on that path. Can't stop off now. This is when it's crunch time practically. We're going to be seeing some aggression towards B. Look at the CTs pushing up right now. Eric going to go down by Crazy Deer. The man with task trading it out, and he's going to be able to. He catches Zello as well, and that is a huge exchange.
He's got the bomb.
Yeah, timing his utility efficiently as well, trying to draw
Oh, that
as
nade.
long of a period as he can of cover. Dragon knows that there's a player on the top, just judging from the trajectory of those grenades, and he's going to be able to connect on the shot. Crazy Deer trying to get some verticality there, see if he can spot above the smoke. Oh my word.
Turns.
Corey. Corey with, again, also just so much confidence behind him, and the follow-up grenade to boot. BTN, can he get out a pop dog here? He's got the bomb on his back, so there is some potential for him to make something happen in the round, but 1 versus 3. And now the game zone players know where he is. Torzi coming through Ivy has the angle on lockdown.
Oh.
He's actually going to go down to the AK. His leg was spotted out there. Fake plant from Torzi. He's going to draw Crazy Deer through the smoke. All of a sudden, he's reduced it to the 1v1. Corey, he's found 2 frags so far in the round. He's got a Tech 9 in hand. He's got a molly. He's got a kit. And he's got the timing as well. And he's finally got the frag.
Jeez, Gamerzone had a lot of luck in that round, man. Great work in the beginning there. Who was that? That was Crazy Deer pushed up ramp like that. It was a double push up ramp. They get the bomb, and then from there they actually fight to keep it. I mean, a lot of teams would just leave it from that point. You know, let them have the bomb back so you don't lose any players and trying to keep it.
Yeah.
And they just keep fighting for it, and it looks good for them for a while. BTN does get out with the bomb there. 1v3 nearly makes it work.
Yeah. What he did do, though, is he did a chunk of damage to Gamerzone's economy, where they're in a position now where even if they lose the round, they're not really going to be having the best buy to work with. Zoots, he had the spawn to work with, and he's made the spawn work perfectly. He's able to get 2 frags with the AWP, and that has now spread chaos through the Gamerzone ranks. He's continuing to push forward. Mike, 3 is the number. Are you omnipotent?
You could just see when a player's got that momentum behind him, he's feeling it. Double AWP here for Nexus on T side, and it actually works. Although they only needed 1 of them.
Oh, Zello spotted him out, and he's going to destroy him. Brains all over the wall. And now RB, he's going to be quivering in his boots. The flashes are coming through. Zello, he's playing the role of the CT right now. The leg shot for RB's not going to be enough, and Zoots, he caps off the quad kill with a knife. Oh jeez, what a moment of individual brilliance from Zoots, standing up when his team needed him to the most. And there's no money here, Mike, because BTN did so much damage in the 1v3. Gamerzone can't buy. They weren't able to save those weapons in the previous round either. Nexus now primed and ready to pull ahead.
Jeez, that was such a bizarre round in a lot of ways. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Zoots even hold an AWP. Gets a quad kill. Of course, the last kill was the knife, which is always helpful for the economy.
I swear Zoots used to be the AWPer in Season 9, was he not? With in that team with IM and Ryder, Blitz,
I don't know.
White. I think he was the AWPer.
Okay, well maybe I'm wrong then. Oh,
sorry, I don't mean to be calling you out on stream. I'm more just spitballing, seeing if I can jog your memory. Jeez, okay. Feels bad, man.
Well,
these pistols, yeah?
I think it feels bad if you Gamerzone. Like
yeah, it does.
They had this game firmly in control, and Nexus was just a crazy round, a round that shouldn't happen, basically, does. And from there, I mean, it could actually go very well be that they end up losing this one based off of that. The economy is gone.
Oh.
They're getting hammered at the moment. I mean, Zello's aim is as good as ever.
Yeah, the next round is going to be the telltale one for Gamerzone. They absolutely have to win the next round. If they lose it, they're going to have no money in the bank to contest map point with. So, do or die for the Hungarian side. Let's see if they've got what it takes. I wonder if Nexus are going to maintain the double AWP setup heading into that next buy round, Mike.
I don't know. It looked like Zeus was trying to throw it away pretty seriously, trying to get rid of that gun, and then in the buy on the previous one, and he just couldn't get it thrown over the sidewall, so he decided to hang on to it.
All right, I can get on board with that logic. It was a sign.
Yep.
Gods were telling him, you need to keep the weapon.
Keep what you got, good sir. Let's see. Let's see if we can make it work. Plenty of money here for Nexus, so whatever happens, they'll be buying for the rest of this game, and the rest of this game isn't very long away. It's around 28.
Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna go the full 30 here or not. May even go into overtime. 4 AWPs on the server right now. Torzi and Corey wielding the 2 for Gamerzone, and then of course still. Oh no, never mind. They've gone for 1 mic. So there's only 3 AWPs on the server. Zoots dropped it, opting for the ESG instead. They want that extra maneuverability, and it's because they want to be aggressive towards the B bomb site. Oh no! Not even 1 frag coming through for Gamerzone. They had the perfect hold. They had 3 players towards the B bomb site. That's exactly what you want if you're going to have the early B exit from the T side, and they're only able to do 84 damage between the 3 of them.
Yeah.
And now Corey, he just wants to save, man. Oh no! Disaster situation for the Hungarian side, Mike. They don't even get 1 kill in the round, and that was the most important round so far.
Well, I'd say that might have just buried them, if not for the fact that Gamerzone have won a couple pistols, pistol saves or pistol forces in this game. But I don't know, Matt. It's not looking good. Map and match point here for Nexus, and it's just Deagles. Deagles in a CZ here for Gamerzone. They need a miracle.
The spawn here from Zello, though, he's actually going to get flashed out. Does he go back for more? He does. Denied the frag onto Eric. Not going to be able to deny him the follow-up onto Corey, though. And these pistol players are dropping like flies. Finally, RB is able to find a frag. They need more than that, though. And he does get the follow-up with the 1D. Actually making something happen in the round here, though. I am, again, the man to restore normality. He gets a triple in the round. And that was a beautiful performance. Nexus is back to up against the wall. I was actually doubting them at one stage. Eventually, they get themselves across the line. We're going to take a short ad break here, and then we'll be back to dissect the match.
Hi, I'm Pringles.
And I'm Chips.
Wow, Chips. Sick outfit. I didn't know you were a cosplayer.
It's more of a protection thing. Pringles might come in cans. I now come in maximum leveled armor. Hit me.
Nah, I don't think it's a good idea.
Come on, hit me.
Okay. Come on. Whoa! I guess Chips has left the game then.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Well, you find us back, and, we're just going to be summing up what happened. We've got as much time as we usually have, but a lot less game than we usually have.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we only had the 1 match for the evening, with the other one being postponed to the 19th of October. Make sure you join us on that Saturday. But we kicked things off between these 2 teams. What was the first map? Mirage, was it, if I can cast my mind back?
Yes, it was. Mirage, 69 to Nexus, but Gamerzone were well in that game.
In the first half.
Yeah, in the first half, and then in the second half, not so much, unfortunately. Just not so much. It went away. I mean, Nexus just seemed to kick up again. That's kind of what we've known them to be able to do.
Yeah, that was the same storyline on Train, though, as well. It just seemed like Gamerzone were in it for the first half. They even got themselves up to 12-12 after being behind, what was it, like 12-7 or something? They had a great run of 5 consecutive rounds, but Nexus just make Nexus magic happen once again. The uncanny double orb setup on the team. Nexus were under the pump when they were under pressure. They were still able to galvanize and regroup and get themselves across the line.
Absolutely. Great to see out of them, and good to see a decent season out of Nexus. I mean, we've been pretty disappointed in Season 8 and Season 9 after they were absolutely dominant in Season 7, but they've changed their play style a little bit, and I think that's what needed to happen. It was what was so frustrating to us in the previous season. So much latent potential. It just wasn't really being tapped into. But now, this season's version of Nexus, they're looking a lot more potent.
Yeah, up at 8-2 now in terms of map wins and losses. Anyway, that's going to be it from us tonight. From myself, Hayes, good night.
And for me, Extremes, good night. See you guys. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.